Good morning on day 25. We're about to climb over this small little snow bridge and make our way up to the knife's edge.
This little ridge here is Knife's Edge. That's where the trail goes. And then the alternate is, instead of walking across this few snowfields on the side of the mountain there, you can continue to go up the ridge and then back down the ridge. And then another option is to just summit Old Snowy if you want. I think we'll probably go up the ridge and back down. Maybe summit, I don't know.
So the current route of the PCT takes a right on this ridge and traverses a few snowfields, or there's an alternate which is steeper. However, there's no snow, and that follows this ridge up to Old Snowy or nearby. And I think we're going to choose the no snow route, so a little more climbing but less slippery. Here's the split. So where that sign is the actual PCT that continues over snow, and then we are going up the ridge. Check out the waves and the clouds. Ooh. We're continuing to summit Old Snowy. So we haven't seen any goats yet. And I think the lesson that we're supposed to learn by climbing these mountains and these rocks is that we're the goats. On the summit of Old Snowy. Little break to have a snack while we're on our way down. That's where we're heading. That's where we came from. And at a certain point, we'll veer left and follow the PCT. So the guys we were chatting to up there said that the elevation of Old Snowy is around 7,800 feet, which I believe is the highest we've ever been. Did a mini little scramble to avoid that snow. It's very short. It would have been okay, but whenever we can avoid it, we do. Over there, we will cross the snow. Okay, so we've finally made it to the end of the PCT alternate. Came from Old Snowy, and again, where the trail crosses a few snow patches that way, on the lower edge of the mountain is the current actual PCT. But actually the PCT alternate that we took was the old route for the PCT before they rerouted to the side to make it easier for stock. My oh my, Karen, you've grown. Got the ice axes out for extra precaution here as we cross the snowfield. That's what we've gone across so far, and just a little more. The ice axes are probably overkill for this type of snow. It's really not too steep the whole time, like it's leveled off here. Below that hump, it dropped a bit, but I don't know, low risk still. You're not gonna go too far if you slip. I think just your regular shoes and a pole, trekking pole will do you good. And that mountain straight ahead, we believe is Mount Adams. So I guess we'll be hiking towards that for a little bit. And then yonder off to the side is something Mount Helen. Not exactly sure. Hello, Karen. And Karen, hello. Knife's Edge and the PCT alternate junction, that whole section of trail within the Goat Rocks Wilderness. It's one of those sections that people really hype up, but it also can be like fear-mongering, like, oh, it's so sketchy, or it's so steep, or there's so much snow. So leading up to it, I have in my head like, okay, but everybody does it, so like, how bad could it be? But you still have a little bit of the nerves. But doing it, like, you might be standing on one section of trail looking ahead and you can see where the trail goes, and it's like along the face of a mountain, and it looks skinny and steep and loose, but then you approach that section of trail and it's right in front of you and you're like, okay, actually it's wide enough to have like a very steady footing. And it was like that the whole time. Like, it looks sketchy, sounded sketchy, but then you get there and you're like, okay, doable, manageable. I think the only thing that was a little chaotic was the wind. But again, like, with it gusting and your hood blowing and your hat almost falling off, like, it just feels more chaotic than the trail itself actually is. The trail was manageable and it was fun. Again, this is one of my favorite days on the PCT so far, and I'm definitely a type 2 fun type of gal. I'm really thrive after doing things that I'm proud of myself for. And I was proud of myself for getting through that section. Just kind of approaching it and seeing what it was like instead of letting it scare me or prevent me from even trying. You know, just gotta go. Just gotta keep going. And you're gonna have the best time. Because I am having the best time. Mosquitoes are out again. We made it to camp. Boy, oh boy, are we happy to be here. It's been a long day, an amazing day, one of my favorite days. Ended with a little bit of a reality check with the mosquitoes being horrid. But now we get to set up our tent and hide. When there's a lot of mosquitoes at camp, you set up your tent and you get inside the tent and the mosquitoes get inside with you. And then you spend the next 15 minutes one by one catching them, letting them out the door, and then you can relax.